This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this Honda Civic Hybrid. It is a 2003 Honda Civic Hybrid, obviously four-door sedan. Has 164,578 miles. It was a donation vehicle to a auction in San Francisco. We bought it quite a while ago, kind of as a favor. We didn't really want the car. We got it here. It had the rear bumper cover was hanging off it, all dinged up, and it had a big dent in the trunk. So we bought a white trunk, and we bought a new bumper cover, painted it ourselves, hung it on there, and then said, let's see how it runs. And we drove it, and it runs like a Honda, typical. But it is on a salvage title because of whatever reason. I'll show you the title in a minute. It's for some kids fund or something. I forget what it's called. But I'll show you the title, I'll show you the Carfax, I'll show you the Kelley Blue Book, I'll show you everything that we have. You will see, okay? But as usual, a Honda turned into a nice car immediately. All you have to do is pay attention to it. It's been sitting here for a long time. My shop manager was gonna fix this and make this his car, and then he bought that propane Honda Civic back there. And we got them at about the same time, like a while ago, and he's been driving that. We finally got around to this car, wondering how it ran and drove, and there you go. So that's the story. It's kind of an interesting car. We liked it enough to buy a brand new set of tires for it too. So these are brand new tires. Okay, boom, brand new rubber from Discount Tires. Cosmetically, it's got, you know, that stuff, and I mean, it's actually a decent looking little car. I mean, before it was a little rough because the bumper cover was horrific. It was all dinged up. And the trunk lid, we just bought a trunk lid used from a salvage yard and just put it on. So there you go. Why it's salvage, I don't know. It might have been from the rear end damage, but there's nothing wrong with the quarter panels or anything. We just, you know, bought the matching spray can of white paint, which obviously doesn't quite match. It's not bad, but it doesn't quite match. And then we hung the trunk and sent it to detail, put a new battery in it, and a set of tires. And it runs like a Honda. It's unbelievable. These cars never let you down. All right, so as promised, here's the Kelley Blue Book on the vehicle for a Civic Hybrid sedan with 164,000 miles. Typical listing price would be $4,100 with a range of $2,831 to $4,100. Okay. Here is the actual Carfax. It says salvage title. We believe it's due to rear end. We didn't see anything else on it. It was a donation car. I'll show you the title in a minute. It was still kind of expensive for a donation car, so somebody there must have known that it was a good car before it was brought in, which it is. Mechanically, it's a very good car. So, yeah, and then it says here right front. There's I don't know. Maybe there was something right front. I have no idea what's going on with this car other than it's a really nice car. We bought it as a donation. And then it says damage to rear right here. So who knows? All I know is you got a hybrid Civic. There's the title right there, right? And it's Cars to Help Kids, care of IAA. Actual mileage, blah, blah, blah. They signed that off. There's the VIN. This is now an Arizona title in our name. Salvage title with 164,578. Okay? So, there you go. That's the paperwork. The point of these videos is not to sell the vehicle, by the way. It's to make sure that whoever buys it knows everything that we know about it and can make a good decision. All right? We don't want to have any drama here, okay? So we don't. The way we avoid drama is by being brutally honest. Now, what I will say, there's the VIN stamp on this fender, so you know this fender's original. But what I don't see is a VIN stamp on this fender. But I do see really nice paint on this. So whatever happened to this thing was repaired very well. You even have the sticker on the core support. So it wasn't the core support, because they wouldn't replace that. It was just this fender, which would be that Carfax thing. And then the damage to the rear end makes sense. This is also an aftermarket headlight. See the sticker here? So back in the day in 2014, they replaced this and this. See how this headlight doesn't have that sticker? these are all clues that you get used to seeing. That's a brand new battery. Then it's got all the original stickers on the hood. So the hood was original, so that it didn't get damaged when whatever happened to it. So I think the last straw for this thing going to donation was whatever happened to the rear end of it, which really, the trunk was not fixable, but it wasn't like, it was really high on the trunk lid, and the bumper cover looks like it just had been backing into stuff. It's got weird scrapes on the molding here or whatever. They put an aftermarket moonroof in, which actually works pretty well, which is good because that's an upsetting thing to deal with when they don't work. So, all right, let me fire this guy up and we'll walk around it again. 164,585 miles, okay? All right, let's walk around this thing. Try all the locks and windows and all that stuff so that we know what's going on here. There's a window. That's the passenger front window. There's your VIN there. Looks great. Seats look good. I got an armrest on this side. That's weird how they do that. They have an armrest on the driver's seat, but not on the passenger seat. I wonder if that was an engineering faux pas or they intended to do that. It's just weird. There's your VIN here. Should be another VIN there, and it is. There's your window up and down there. Look at the interior of this car, it's pretty. That's your driver rear window up and down. There's your VIN where it belongs. Should be another VIN right, yep, right there. Down here at the doors. I always look at the bottom of doors. That's where the rust happens. Although it's a Cali car, probably not. If you get them from the south or the southeast, you better look there. All the stickers where they belong. Here's the federal stamp. Bottom of the door. Looks good. Window, 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 window. All right, let's see. Mirrors. Okay, let's see. Out, in, up, and down. Other side. Out, in, up, and down. Perfect. Got a tilt wheel. That works fine. Seats look great. The interior of this car looks like it's got 30,000 miles on it. Really nice interior. I think it needed a different driver back in the day. Keep it from bumping into stuff. I don't think it ever had any real serious accidents, but had a pretty bad driver. All right. That thing's working great. Motor's fast. They must have done this pretty recently for the motor to be that fresh, moving like that. Boom. There you go. Lights work. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Air. Blowing ice cold. It's very warm outside right now, so I can tell you that the air is very, very nice. Let's see what else we got going on here. Got a little change thing there. Cup holder there. Power plug there. That's always a nice sign, not used. Let's see. Radio.
29 installed.
Let's see. So there's radio sources. So you got USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone, tuner.
Who are looking for a great.
All right. You got cruise control here. And there's your dash. There's the battery charging, all the IMA assist stuff that goes up there. Let's go for a ride. All right. This is a pretty cool little car. My shop manager has to go get propane, and they only have like 2 places that'll sell it, you know, privately. And so he has to go down probably 10 miles away to get propane. And now he's seen this car and he's like, oh, you know what? We moved our probe in the ground. Shoot, I forgot about it. Huh. there it is. There. Anyway, he's already saying, boy, it sure would be a lot easier if I had that one. You want to trade? No, we will keep this one and you can have your propane Civic. It's a nice car too, but I wouldn't want to have to go all the way down to the south side of Tucson to get, you know, propane every day or every time you go. All right, if you come to Tucson and drive it home, you'll pay tax and dock fee. Taxes are whatever your state tax rate is, plus our city of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're gonna pay is the agreed upon price and that's it. If you are gonna pay by wire and ship out of state, once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you, we will scan it in your online file, and we will mail it to you. We will even scan in the envelope we mail it in, all right? You'll have the vehicle shipped to you. Obviously, once it shows up, you already have the title from the mail, and you will go to Motor Vehicles and get plates. Now, because it's on a salvage title, we do have to take it before, if you are going to take possession of it in person, we do have to take it to Motor Vehicles and get what's called a level 3 inspection. We charge $200 to do that for you. That's mandatory if you're going to pick it up in person. I forgot to say that earlier, but basically it's about a 4-hour process, and they inspect the vehicle. Then we can get what's called a restored salvage title, and then we can issue you plates to drive home with, and you can get insurance. So that's part of coming in person and driving it home. You'll pay the tax, city tax, a dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you are going to pay by wire and ship out of state and you want it inspected, check the box to have it inspected. We'll have it inspected before it goes out. That'll add $200 to the price, and we'll send you a restored salvage title instead of a salvage title, okay? But a lot of people know how to do it themselves in their state, and they're good with the way it is, all right? So we give you the option of whether or not you want to do it if you're shipping. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. Once we have your deposit, we'll put your name in a banner over the Civic at wheelkinetics.com, and you and the world will know that it's sold. Until then, it will stay for sale. Charging deal's working. This thing runs great. Freaking, I mean, like, really great. Really, really great. In a second here, I'll be back to the shop, and I will show you all the paperwork for it. I just wanted to drive it first. Oh, I didn't show you the paperwork. I'm sorry. I showed you the Carfax and the Kelly. I just saw him sitting here. Yeah, and that's me doing 40 through a school zone, 35 zone. Probably not a good idea. This thing runs, let me jump on a little bit here. For a little tiny motor, man, this thing goes. Look at that thing. This thing runs great. I love this car. Yeah, no wonder my shop manager wants to trade. The answer is definitely no now. No, no, no. The road we're on right now is horrible, by the way. This is a terrible road. I don't know if you can tell by the video, but very bumpy. Listen how tight this thing is. Nice. yeah, we'll be keeping this one, and he can keep his propane one. There you go. All right, anyway, let's see. Last part of every video, I say the same thing in every video. We don't have bottled water. We don't have, with our name on it, we don't have salesman. We don't have a beautiful location. All that saves you money, okay? We also don't repair vehicles after the sale, okay? That saves you money. The auto mall charges you for all 4 of those things. So please realize that if something breaks in this vehicle, regardless of the time, we are not going to fix it, okay? We give you these vehicles with all the information so that you can be the happy owner of it on day one, the informed happy owner. We don't have a single vehicle on this property that we will write a check for if something breaks, regardless of when, okay? So we just make sure that people know that. Make sure you realize that you're the owner on day one and everyone will be happy. If that doesn't work for you, please realize that we can't sell you anything, because we don't have a single vehicle that we're going to write a check for anything on, whether it's a window motor, a radio knob, or an engine. We're not going to do that. Speaking of which, we did buy an engine for one of these things a long time ago. You'd be shocked at how cheap they are. Like $150 for a hybrid motor. Now that was on a 2010, but $150, and it wasn't that hard to install either. So, you know, you might want to do a little research on whether that's the case with an 03, because I don't know. But it was shocking. I thought it was going to be thousands, and it was $150. So there you go. I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.